Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and I'm up today with a couple of KSCRAFT project shares. If you saw the haul last week, you will have seen the dies. I can actually measure these now that they're made up. I used one of the shapes from the double set of they're kind of labels, tags, or you can cut great sort of like church window type apertures for, you know, your little garden scenes, your country garden scenes, or as Christmas windows. So as little apertures, you know, with critters and things hanging out of them, they're going to be really cute. And of course you can use more than one of the smaller ones running down a slim line so that you've got a whole theme going on. You know, I would probably take this size here. I am going to measure these in a second, and cut 3 or 4 of those, and you could make a great Christmas card. You could have a little cardinal coming out of one and a holly branch in another, and then perhaps a little gift, or, you know, a Christmas bell or something set inside the other one. So things like this are really useful, and I love frames. And you know, when it comes to dies, frames and flowers are what I have the most of, to be honest. And the next one that I've used is this one, and I have used this one before, and obviously I used it as a bobbin with ribbon on it. This time all I've done, because this layers up, is I've just used the plain innard, and I've used it with acetate as a washi tape holder. So if you're somebody, you know, that's into junk journaling or keeping a diary, and you like to put your washi tape in there, something like this is great just to stick in on a page, so that you've always got a little bit of washi tape to tear off and, you know, bullet mark the page or something. And then these, I was, you know, I was having an early morning session when I talked about these last week. I actually thought they were page tabs. They're not. They're pocket slits. And I will tell you though, what's interesting is the bit that comes out is indeed a page tab. So I'm going to share that with you in a second. But yeah, it was an early morning brain blip that got me thinking page tabs. But, you know, they are page tabs too. So you got a 2-in-1 there, which is absolutely awesome. And I'm going to turn that around because I don't like to put people's names upside down. There we go. We can see KSCRAFT everywhere now. Right, so first up is these little shapes, and I just decided to do a couple of little retro type little tags or pieces, you know, of ephemera, little embellishments that I can use on other things. And you can see there as well, if you join 2 or 3 together, you know, you can create a great folding or triptych. All you've got to do is flip them over and run some washi tape or packing tape down the back to make them flexible. So, you know, you could have them all like folded into an album page and then just run them all out. Now, I have used Joann's glitter cardstock there. I hope you can see that. And then the printouts, I Can Resist Anything But You, and this one I love, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Yeah, don't we all? But that is Snap Click Supply, and that is from the pack by Glitter Girls, and it's Cashmere Dames, which is an absolutely awesome pack. There are great elements for cutting out and stuff within that pack, and they had 50% off everything at the weekend. I don't know if that's still going on. But there's my first 2 using that set, and I went a bit retro. The next one, this one, I used the smaller plain, and as you can see, they're just, I hope you can see, they're just cut in acetate. And then I've got my washi tape on there, and I can just, you know, peel a piece of not acetate, there you go, early morning again. You can just peel off what you want and stick it down into your diary or what have you. So, you know, a couple of those inside a journal is a great thing to have, and they should actually fit within your rings in your journal, so you can kind of put them that way, so you can organise down your page or do your washi tape swatching. And also, if you think about the dimensions of washi tape rolls, which are kind of like, this is a little bit of foam tape from Dollar Tree, but they're kind of like that. I mean, you think about storing your tape like that in a box as compared to all of this, you know. So ribbons and washi tape or twine, it's always great to put them onto bobbins, and you can always cut another one in colour cardstock and just trim the tops off so that you can have them in your box and instantly see by the colour of your top here what colour would be on here. So I would cut, you know, a bobbin in blue, just cut that section off and stick it up there so that when it's standing in the box I can see it's blue, and that my washi tape would be blue. So that's what I did with that. Now, one of the things I will say is cutting acetate with metal dies isn't always easy, and sometimes they can be left whole, flimsy but whole, if you know what I mean. But just by putting your scissors into the cut groove, it just cuts away really, really easily, because of course it embosses the impression of the die into the acetate. So I thought that was a useful way to do it, because I'd done that as ribbons before. Now this one, yeah. Right, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to cut a pocket slit, and you can have your slit whichever way round you want it. You can have them going that way down your page, or you can have them going that way down your page, and of course you can see the great shape that came out. See, that is totally, to me, a page tab. Now you could trim off the little skinny bits if you wanted to, but if you're somebody that likes to double up your pages so that you've got nice thick pages, if you like to make your mini journals, and you glue that bit inside and then you pop your other page on, you could use 2 tabs if you wanted to, then you've got that little bit hidden in there, and then you've just got your tab that would stick out. So to me, this set is absolutely dual purpose. And of course, this is meant to be stuck down onto another sheet underneath it. And if I can find anything here on my table as I mooch about, right, I've got a scrap of cardstock here. So if I just put that behind, do it that way around, you can see you'd be gluing this piece down onto a page so that it would be glued all the way around the edges but not in the middle, and then you could take whatever ephemera you wanted to and just pop it inside the slit. Now you can tell I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So that, you know, you'd be layering up your page or your card. You can tuck all sorts of stuff into things like this, and they can absolutely be used on a birthday card, because you can put all little messages and letters and photographs. I mean, you imagine doing a card like that, a nice big card, and then it's for say it's for an elderly relative, and you've got all of their photographs, and say it's their 70th birthday or something, and you've printed off a load of old photos, and you know, you've just tucked them in there down the years, and just little things like that, and memories. You could actually make it into a memory style birthday card, especially if they've got issues. I mean, there's ever such a lot of people now suffer dementia and Alzheimer's. So if you're making a little birthday card and it's for somebody who's quite elderly, all those little memory and reminder type things tucked away into little pockets that cascade down a birthday card would be absolutely awesome. So, right, measurements. Yes, I've talked and talked. And of course, tomorrow is going to be even more fun, because we're going to do that carousel wheel. Oh my goodness me. You have to tune in for that one, because you know I love a good disaster. And the first size on this one is just under, a fraction under 6 inches. So they're a very good size. And then on our bobbin, going to the lace edge, let's have a look there. I'm doing the cut lines, and I'm going to say 5 5/8 on the height of your bobbin. And then I didn't use the largest pocket slit, so I'm going to go for the largest one here. And you know, as I said, absolutely use them as page tabs too. Right, I'm going into the cut line, and it's 5 inches. So, you know, you can cut a 5-inch slit, which is going to take something quite large, because the one that I've used here produced a, yeah, I'm going to say 3 6/8. That's the size of the aperture that it left there. But look at that as a page tab. I really like that. I mean, you could stamp and do whatever. Yeah. So double use. You could even adhere it to the top and punch a hole so that you've created your own tag. So I do love stuff like that. But that is what I've got for you today. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, because what I intend to do is part build this carousel so that you'll get to see just the one side being built, but the other side will be exactly the same, if you know what I mean. So if you see one side being built, you certainly know how to do the opposite side. So anyway, I thank you so much for watching, and as usual, all links below. Bye.